Some women don't chase, and yet they are never forgotten. Not because they scream the loudest, but because they speak in silence. In that stillness, a magnetic force arises. A force that unsettles the deepest shadows of a man's unconscious. It is here, in the quiet void between words, that obsession stirs. In the dance of desire, she is the enigma, the archetypal feminine shadow, elusive yet deeply present. He watches, not fully aware that his longing is no longer for the woman she was, but for the silence she now carries. Within him, the ego recoils and reaches, tangled in the labyrinth of his own projections. He is addicted not to her voice, but to the absence of it, to the silence that reflects his own unspoken fears and desires. There is a trap hidden in this magnetic silence, a subtle web woven through his psyche. You see, a man's anima, the inner feminine, is stirred not just by presence but by mystery. When she retreats, his unconscious is forced to confront what he has denied, the fractured parts of himself lurking beneath the ego's fragile mask. His yearning becomes a mirror, reflecting shadows he neither wants nor knows how to face. Like the relentless tide, his obsession ebbs and flows, driven by a need to fill the void you leave behind. Yet in his pursuit, he often mistakes his addiction for love, a distortion born from trauma, attachment wounds stitched deep within the soul's fabric. His desperation is not for connection, but for control. To command the silence you wield like a blade, he chases not the woman herself, but the power her absence gives him over his own fragmented self. But the woman who holds her silence is not merely retreating, she is evolving. She moves through the shadows of attachment with the stoic grace of one who has known pain but refuses to be enslaved by it. Her emotional self-worth does not hinge on his reaction. It is forged in the fires of her own individuation, the sacred journey of becoming whole. In this quiet rebellion, she awakens the power of detachment. Not indifference, but a fierce clarity that dissolves illusion. He cannot own this silence, for it is not absence but presence. A presence that commands without demanding, that calls without noise, that draws him closer to the edge of his own shadow. Yet he may never cross that threshold, for to face her silence is to face himself, to confront the shadow that terrifies and fascinates in equal measure. This addiction to silence is not his alone. It is the battle of two souls caught in the tension between light and dark, desire and restraint. She is the keeper of mysteries he cannot name, the stillness that awakens his storm, and he, the man bound by his ego's chains, reaches desperately for what slips quietly through his. But listen closely. Beneath the surface of this magnetic trap lies a choice. The choice to rise above the addiction, to step into the unknown spaces between silence and sound.